Hey, how's it going, guys? Thought I'd make a quick mission for you and show you how I add tankers that will stay on station for 4 hours, land, refuel, then get back up on station, and just do it over and over again for your entire mission. It's pretty straightforward stuff, so let's start. First thing you want to do, of course, is add a tanker. Let's call him Arco. And let's get a KC 135. There it is. Okay, we want to give him an altitude of 20,000 here and a speed of 370, and that's going to equate to 270 when you adjust for altitude. Okay, down here in the advanced waypoint actions, you see here, this is just saying that he's a tanker and he's going to do what tankers do. Here is where you can set your TACAN. I usually make Arco channel 3 X-ray. You could also have changed that to Yankee if you wanted. Call sign, we'll just call him ARC. And for unit, you got to just select whatever it says in the pilot slot there, and that's that. See, that's where I got that. Okay, then for the time being, we're going to hit another waypoint, hit add, put it right there. You see that waypoint stays the same altitude and speed, but we're going to go back to waypoint 0 and we're going to add a task, perform task, and it's going to be orbit. We want this guy once again to do 370, and 20,000 is already filled in. So now what that did for us is that made it so that he's going to go to waypoint 1 and then come back to 0 over and over again in a racetrack orbit like this until he runs out of fuel. And then he's going to look for a friendly base to land in, and that will be Sochi, as you can see there. So we want him to land here when he's done instead of and then also to take off after instead of just landing when he's out of fuel and just that's it. No more tanker. So that's pretty easy to do. Let's make sure we're on waypoint 1. And we're going to add waypoint 2. Waypoint 2 is going to be a landing refuel waypoint. And we'll change that to 1 minute so that he doesn't stay down too long. So what that's going to do is it's going to make him orbit until he runs out of fuel, and then he's going to land and refuel. And he'll do that for 1 minute's time. And let's add another advanced waypoint action to get him to take off again. And that's going to be under perform command. We're going to select switch waypoint. See, it says 0 there. So now he's going to land, park, wait for 1 minute, then taxi, take off, and go back here and start the whole cycle over again. One other thing we're going to change here real quickly is under the orbit, we just want him to orbit for a short amount of time. So we're going to have him stop the condition after 1 minute. So he'll basically go to waypoint 1, and instead of coming all the way back and orbiting, he's going to go in for a landing right away. Remember, if you take this out and you take that check mark out, he'll go for 4 hours. And that's what we'll do for a regular mission. All right, so let's test this out and see. Let's change his name to Arco here as well for his call sign. Okay, so we're going to check this out and see how well it works. All right. Go in. And first off, we see he indeed did spawn in at 20,000 feet. And he's just going along doing his thing. So let's speed this up so we can watch what's going to happen here. I'll go right up to 60 times. Or even 70 times. Okay. There he goes. You see he's flying nice and level. Uniform speed. Uniform heading. And very easy to tank behind him. Alright, you see now he got that. He got to the end. Now he's going to go down and land. And there he goes. He's taxiing. Now he's going to kind of sit there for 1 minute. And oh, there he goes again. He'll take off. And eventually he'll climb back up to altitude and do the whole process over again. It just takes a couple of times for him to go around. And then you'll see he'll climb right out. And there he goes, climbing out. And what do you know? 20,000 again. Right back to waypoint 0. And there he goes again. Okay, so this will just continue on. Let's just do a quick test to make sure, so I can show you, that if I take that 1 minute addition out of the equation, that he'll just keep going back and forth for a long time. All right, so let's close this out. We know that that works. Go back in, and we'll just go right to that orbit and the stop condition. We're going to take that check mark out, and that should make it so that he just goes back and forth until he runs out of fuel. All right, so save that, and let's take a quick look just to make sure it works right. Okay, we'll go nice and fast here. At 70 times. All right, so this time, instead of him breaking off and then landing right away, he should just go back and forth in a nice racetrack pattern. And the turns are really easy to follow when you're tanking. He does a nice easy turn. It's not sharp. And there he goes. As we predicted, he's going right in a nice racetrack pattern. And he'll continue to do that until he runs out of fuel. Okay, so there it is. Like I said, I will enclose this mission. You should find it below. And if you have any questions, just hit me up on the comment section. Thanks a lot, guys. Record.